It's not the result we wanted tonight. What are your thoughts about tonight's game?
I thought it was a good game for the neutral. I thought it was even, I thought it was competitive. I just said to the lads then, I said, like, that's your bread and butter, you know, a set piece and you give a penalty away, and for as much as, you know, we've played nice football at times, you know, they've been better in both boxes than us, and you know, it's something we've got to address, because I think we're not scoring enough goals and we're conceding too many, and I think that was the case tonight.
Do you think the first half was a bit too open from both sides at times?
Yeah. We said, and when I spoke to the lads at half time, I said, you know, it was too expansive to start with, so we had to close the gaps and make sure the lines were nice and tight. And I think the last 10 minutes of the second half, that's what happened, and we got a foothold in the game. And I think, you know, obviously bringing Flan on again, he's influenced it, and I thought we was the better team. We've got the goal, and then, you know, 2-3 minutes later, I think it was, that they've got up the other end and a free header, and you know, they're the things that make or break your season. Do you know what I mean? They've scored a freebie really from our point of view, you know, a free header, and they've took the points, and you know, it's disappointing that they was better than us in both boxes.
Was it a penalty from your view?
Do you know what? From where we was, I think I'm not going to argue with it, because I think, you know, Iceman's been superb for us, but I think he's dived in and, you know, he's given the ref a decision to make, and you know, he's thought it was a penalty. It's one we have to watch back, but I think if you dive in your box, then you know, it can go either way. So I'm not going to argue with the penalty decision from where we was.
Is it frustrating also because, particularly in the second half, other than scoring the 2 goals and doing the save from Andy right at the end close, they didn't really threaten us, did they?
No, and that's the disappointing thing. Like, but what we've said to the lads is, listen, you know, again, everyone's come off and gone, oh, you've played good football, you know, you was the only team who was going to win it. But if I'm honest, I'm bored of hearing it. We heard that on Saturday at Leaston. You know, their fans clapped us off, and the chairman said he was the best team here. But we've lost the game of football, and we've lost the game of football again today. And for as good as we have been and played really well, we've still lost 2 games of football. So we know we have to be better, and we have to be better in both boxes. I think that's the difference. We've had all the play again, and you know, we've just got to be better. You know, I've said to the lads, you've got to throw yourselves at things. I think we've had 2 or 3 that have gone across the line again, and you've got to put them in. And then when you're in your box, you've got to throw your body on the line again and stop it. And that's the disappointing thing.
Have you got to develop a bit harder edge, and be a bit more tougher, do you reckon?
Yeah.
Play a bit ugly?
Do you know what? We won't go away from the style we're playing, but in both boxes, yeah, and especially our box, like I say, you've got to put yourself, you know, your body on the line, and you've got to defend. You've got to. Accept anybody in this league beats anybody. I think you've seen 8-9 games in already. Teams at the bottom have beat teams at the top, and if you're not at it for 90 minutes, you'll get turned over. And we've been beat today by probably being the best team, but nobody looks at that. You know, it's Bromsgrove 2, Hednesford 1, and they've took the points.
What's the latest on, like, Courtney came off and Carter?
Yeah, so Court's come off. We think he's got a concussion, so the phys is going to assess him. He got a bang to the head, so we'll see how that is. Carter took a knock to the hip, so we'll have to assess him again probably tomorrow and Thursday, and see where we are Saturday. Obviously Jeddah and Cater and that are still out injured. So listen, we've got a lot of people out, but we've got to stick at it, and we've got to go again Saturday positive and put the ball in the back of the net.
What would you say to the fans who perhaps feeling a bit negative after tonight's game?
Stick with us. I mean, you know, we've had a great start. I think if you look at the last couple of years, we went 7 games unbeaten, and we've had a couple of losses. But we said at the start, you know, we were a young team, a young management team, and there are going to be ups and downs. Just stick with us, because it will turn. I think somebody is probably going to get a hiding, and that's not being disrespectful to anybody. If we keep creating the chances we create, we are going to stick 3 and 4 past somebody very, very soon. We've just got to stick at it and keep working hard and go again and go again and go again.
What are your thoughts about going into the game against Lowestoft?
Listen, Lowestoft are a good team, you know, and like I've just said, anybody can turn it. If we're not bang at it, you'll get turned over. So we've got to go out, but like I said, we won't come away from our identity of how we play. We'll be exactly the same. We've just got to be more ruthless in their box and you know, try and turn it round.
And what can we take from the last 2 games going into Saturday?
We can take a lot. We know we've got to be better in both boxes. As I said, I'm bored of saying it, but we have to be better in both boxes. I think if they change, then we win games of football. You know, like I said, we've been 7 games unbeaten. We've had a couple of losses now, but we go again positive. You know, we take loads out of it. I think the way we played on Saturday, we've took into today, and in spells we've played really well again today, but it has to be for longer periods of time. So when it's your 5 minutes and your 10 minutes on top, it has to be 15, 20, 25 minutes on top. But look, we stay positive, we're upbeat, we know we've got a good group, it's a young group, we're learning, they're learning, and just for the fans to stick with us.